Hi, today we are going to discuss old math exam questions. Let's get started. Number 1, it's sine x over cotangent 75 degrees is equal to cotangent 15 degrees. Now, to solve this question, we need to know how to solve sine x equals 1 equation. So the solution of this equation here will be x is equal to pi over 2. This is the angle where sine gets the value 1 and plus full terms 2 pi multiplied by k. Here k is integer number. So that's the solution of sine x equals to 1. We will need it later on. And then we need to know the conversion. Cotangent 75 degrees is equal to cotangent 90 minus 15. 90 minus 15 is still 75. Now, if we see 90 here, we'll change the name of cotangent. It's going to be tangent and 15 degrees because both of them are in first quadrant. We don't need to write any negative sign. Then we need to know the formula cotangent theta multiplied by tangent theta is equal to 1. Now, let's have a look at our question. Instead of cotangent 75, we can write sine x over tangent 15 degrees is equal to cotangent 15 degrees. Now, we will cross multiply and find sine x is equal to tangent 15 multiplied by cotangent 15. Now, sine x is equal to 1 and x is going to be pi over 2 plus 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by k, where k's are integer numbers. So the correct answer is going to be E. In number 2, we are given quadratic function. If the quadratic function gets only negative values, find the interval in which parameter b is defined. Let's remind the standard form of quadratic function plus c. The graph of this function is called parabola, and when this function is negative, less than 0, it means parabola is below x-axis. It never intersects x-axis and it's never above x-axis. Therefore, according to this picture, we will say that it doesn't intersect with x-axis, means that discriminant is less than 0. It has no roots, and we can say that parabola is opening downwards. According to these cases, we will solve our question. Y equals negative x squared plus b plus 4x minus 9. This is our function. Now, what is discriminant? Let's remind the formula of discriminant. It's b squared minus 4ac. And in this specific question, our a coefficient is negative 1, b is b plus 4, and c is negative 9. So b squared, it's b plus 4 squared minus 4 times a times c. Now, that must be negative, so we will write b plus 4 squared minus 4 times 1, 4, 36 is going to be negative. Now, how to solve this quadratic inequality? To solve this quadratic inequality, first we will factorize it. B plus 4 squared minus 6 squared is less than 0. Then we write b plus 4 minus 6 multiplied by b plus 4 plus 6. This is from polynomial identity. Now, let's simplify the brackets. It will be b minus 2, b plus 10 is less than 0. Now, according to this factorization, b1 is going to be, the root is going to be 2, b2 is going to be negative 10. Now, that's also quadratic function with respect to b. Now, when it gets negative, it means that we are looking for, our roots are negative 10 and 2, and the parabola, as you see in this question, is opening upward. The b coefficient is positive. B squared coefficient is positive. Therefore, the negative values of b will be in the interval where b is in between negative 10 and 2. So the correct answer is going to be negative 10 and 2. We don't even need to look at the A coefficient because it's negative, and that's okay. When A is negative, our parabola will be same as this picture. Number 3 is about lines and planes. So here we are given a line AB which is 20 centimeters long. Its endpoint A is on a plane. So let's draw it. Here is A, and that's AB, and here is a plane. Now the projection of AB onto the plane is 10 centimeters long. What is projection of the line onto the plane? So we are drawing perpendicular lines toward the plane from each of the endpoints. Since endpoint A is on the plane, so there is no projection. The point is itself projection, and the B will be somewhere here. I mean, projection of B will be here. Then we will connect those 2 points, and that's going to be projection. And the name of AB will be inclined line. Now, the angle between inclined line and the plane is the angle between inclined line and its projection. So we are looking for angle A. AB is 20 centimeters long. Let's write it. The projection is 10, so let's call it C. AC is equal to 10. What's the angle? So in order to find the angle, we will use one of the trigonometric functions. Let's write one more time. It's 20, that's 10, and this is alpha. Now, we know that when we have adjacent and hypotenuse, we can write cosine alpha. Cosine alpha is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine alpha will be 10 over 20, which is 1 over 2. Now we must know that without calculator, how to find alpha, we learn it by heart. Alpha is 60 degrees. When alpha is 60, cosine alpha is 1 over 2. So the correct answer is going to be 60 degrees. Number 4. In number 4, we are given 2 complex numbers. We must find the argument of their ratios. First of all, we need to understand the argument of a complex number. Let's say z equals a plus bi. First of all, let's show it on the coordinate plane. Let's call it real x, and this is imaginary x. Now, a is real part and b is imaginary part. So this distance is going to be a and it's going to be b. Now, imaginary number is a vector here, z equals a plus bi. What is the argument of z? It's the angle between the vector and the positive direction of real x. Now, it's going to be theta. So how to find theta? First of all, we can create right angle triangle here, and we can say that the tangent theta is equal to opposite, which is b, over adjacent. After defining the argument of the complex number, we need to understand what's the ratio of 2 complex numbers. The ratio is just, let's write z1 over z2 is equal to z1 over z2 is equal to 1 minus I over negative 1 plus I. Here we need to simplify and get rid of the fraction, the denominator. In order to get rid of denominator, we must multiply denominator by the conjugate of it. Let's say we have z equals a plus bi. The conjugate of z will be, we will show it with the line, z equals a minus bi. This is the conjugate of z. So in this case, our conjugate will be, the conjugate of denominator will be negative 1 minus I. So we will multiply by the conjugate numerator and denominator. Now, after doing this, we will get a squared minus, here's I, a squared minus b squared formula, because when we have a plus b multiplied by a minus b, it's going to be a squared minus b squared. So negative 1 squared minus I squared. On the denominator, we can take a negative out of the bracket and write 1 minus I and 1 plus I. Again, we see the same formula here. We will write negative 1 squared minus I squared. Sorry. And in denominator, we have 1 squared minus I squared. Now we see that those expressions are same. We can cancel them out and it's going to be negative 1. And that's also complex number. It's the ratio of z1 of z2, and that's negative 1. But we don't have imaginary part. We will make it as 0 multiplied by I. And to understand it on the plane, we will write real and imaginary axis. And it is said that real part is negative 1. So here is negative 1 and imaginary part is 0. So the point is going to be here and the vector is this. So what angle is this? I mean the angle between vector z and the positive direction of real axis. That's going to be 180 degrees. So the correct answer is 180 degrees. But we could find it with the formula tangent theta is equal to b over a, where b is 0, a is negative 1. So in this case, we know that sine over cosine is tangent. So sine theta is 0, cosine theta is negative 1. So in which angle both cases are true? In 180 degrees. So the correct answer is 180. Number 5, we must find the perimeter of an isosceles trapezium if the trapezium has midline of 6 cm and a leg of 2 cm. What is trapezium? It's a quadrilateral who has exactly 2 parallel sides. They are not equal, but in our question it's given that this is isosceles. The legs are equal, so they must be equal. Now, we need to know the perimeter of isosceles trapezium, and we know that that's going to be, let's say this is C and C, they are bases B and A. Now we have two bases A, B and two legs C. Perimeter is going to be 2C plus A plus B. Midline. Now, what is the formula of midline? It's just arithmetic mean of A and B. Alright. Now, using all these formulas and given data, we can write A plus B over 2, that's midline, it's 6. Okay, so let's write M is 6 and the value of A plus B will be twice 2 times 6, which is 12. Now, it's given that C is 2 cm. What is perimeter? It's going to be 2 times 2 plus A plus B is 12. Now, 4 plus 12 is 16. The correct answer is 16. Number 6. In number 6, we are given two compound inequalities. We must find the product xy's interval. I mean, where the product xy is defined. Now, to do this, let's write the general form. If we are given a is less than x is less than b, or equal to, doesn't matter, and y, let's say it's c and d, in between c and d, we will say that x product will be in between a multiplied by c and b multiplied by d. Therefore, in our question, let's copy question first. It's 7. And 3 is less than or equal to y and is less than or equal to 6. Now, in order to estimate xy product, we will multiply lower boundaries of x and y. It's going to be 5 times 3, and upper boundaries of x and y 7 times 6. So xy will be in between 42 and 15. That's the correct answer. I mean, xy is in between 15 and 42, both of them are included. Number 7. We are given simultaneous equations. In order to solve simultaneous equations, we have two methods, substitution or elimination. In this question, I prefer to use elimination method. First, let's copy the question. X squared plus 2y is equal to 6, x minus y is equal to 1. Now, to equalize the coefficients of y, we can multiply the second equation by 2. So when we multiply second by 2, we will get 2x minus 2y is equal to 2, x squared plus 2y is equal to 6. Now we can add the equations. So when we add the equations, what we get is x squared plus 2x is equal to 8, because these terms will be eliminated. Now its quadratic function, x squared plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. We can use it with Vieta's rule. Let's remind Vieta's rule here. X squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We say the product of roots is equal to x1 times x2 is equal to the third coefficient, and the sum of roots is equal to negative second coefficient. So here x1 multiplied by x2 is negative 8, and x1 plus x2 is negative 2. Now, what are these numbers? We can say that they are either negative 4 or 2, or negative 2 or 4, because their product is negative 8, but their sum must be negative 2. That's why we will choose this negative 4 and 2. So x1 is negative 4, x2 is 2. Now, according to x1 and x2, we will find y's. So we will write negative 4. I mean, in the original equation, we will take the second because it's easier to use. Negative 4 minus y is equal to 1. Y is equal to negative 4 minus 1, and y is equal to negative 5. So in the second, 2 minus y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 2 minus 1, and y is going to be 1. Now the pairs will be x1 negative 4, it's y1, negative 5, and x2 is 2, and y2 is 1. The correct answer is E. Number 8. If a bus travels 20.4 km in 4 hours, how many kilometers will the bus travel at that speed in 6 hours? First of all, we must understand that this is going to be solved with proportion, but inversely or direct proportion. Here we will use direct proportion because it's said that the speed is same. We know that speed, velocity is equal to distance over time. So if the speed is same, it means that the distance time ratio is same. So when the distance is 20.4 kilometers, let's write it here. The time we spend is 4 hours. Now, for 6 hours, we must understand that we will travel more than 20.4 hours. So it's direct. For direct proportion, we say that their ratio is constant. I mean, both of them represent the speed. Therefore, we will cross multiply. So x is going to be 4 in the denominator, 6 times 20.4. Now we can cancel 6 and 4 by 2 is 3 and 2. 3 times 20.4 divided by 2 is 10.2. Now the answer is going to be 30.6. The correct answer is D. Number 9. In number 9, we are given a fraction that we need to simplify. First of all, let's have a look at fraction, and in numerator we see, in both numerator and in denominator we see that here is the square root function. Now, for solving this, we need to know the property of square root when we have product inside it. So it's going to be separate square roots product. Therefore, we will write in question 9, 3 square root of 44 over 4 square root of 99 is equal to 3 times square root of 4 times 11 over 4 times square root of 9 times 11. Now we can separate the common root. We can write 4 multiplied by square root of 11 over 3 times square root of 9 multiplied by square root of 11. Now we see that we have same factors that are going to be cancelled. We can say 3 multiplied by, we know that square root of 4 is equal to 2. So that's 2, 3 times square root of 9 is 3. Now we can cancel, oh sorry, there was 4. We can cancel 3 and 3. We are getting 2 over 4, and still we can cancel it 1 by 2. It's going to be 1 over 4, and that's 0.5. The correct answer is D, 0.5. Number 10. In number 10, we see a triangle. Here, angle ABF is 180 degrees. It's external angle of triangle. And AC is angle bisector of BAM angle. So here is BAM, and AC is angle bisector of that angle. We must find ACK. So before finding ACK, let's show them as XX. Now, what are we looking for is angle ACK. So it's, let's say, alpha. We need to find alpha here. Whenever we see parallel lines, it's given that AM is parallel to AFK. And we have transversal line here. It's better to look for alternate angles. So if this is X, it's going to be X as well. From that, we can write that angle ACB is X as well, because this and this angle, they are alternate angles. So from that, we can say that triangle ABC is isosceles triangle, and the angle ABC is vertex angle. Can we find angle ABC? It's equal to 180 subtract its external angle, so 150. That's 30. After knowing that, we can say that the angle, so X plus angle X plus angle ABC is equal to 180 degrees. So 2x is equal to 150 degrees, x is 75. After finding x 75, we can say that alpha is equal to 180 minus 75, because alpha is external angle. Alright, that's going to be, let's write 17, 105 is correct answer, it's D. In number 11, we need to solve the equation. So here we see that x is on the power of 2. What we are going to do is show 1 over 16 as a power of 2, a single power of 2. Now, we know that that's 16 to the power of -1, and 16 is 2 to the power of 4, and that's -1 here, and it's going to be 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by -1 is -4. Then we will write 2 to the power of x plus 2 is equal to 2 to the power of -4. Since the bases are equal, the powers must be equal. -4 and x is going to be -6. That's the correct answer. Number 12. A tangent line is drawn to the y equals x squared plus 3 parabola at point x0. Find the distance from the vertex of the parabola to the point where this tangent intersects the ordinate axis. Now, to solve this question, we must sketch the parabola. In this case, the parabola, the function is y equals x squared plus 3. It has minimum value, the vertex, y coordinate of the vertex is going to be minimum value. And how to find minimum value of the function? We can plug 0 instead of x, because the maximum value or minimum value of the square function is 0. Therefore, we will write y equals 0 plus 3, which is 3. Now, the vertex point will be 0, 3 point. Let's show it on the coordinate plane x, y, it's 0, 3. Here's 3 and this is our parabola. Now, we must know that when here's a tangent line, the slope of the tangent line, let's write the slope of the tangent line, it's m slope of the tangent line. It's equal to, m is equal to, for example, if we have a function fx, this is the derivative of fx at the point x0. So that's going to be the slope of the tangent line drawn at the point x0. Now, using this fact, we are going to write y prime is equal to 2x. Now, 2x, and we must write the value of x0 here. It's going to be 2 times 1. That's just 2. Now, that is slope m equals 2 of the line. So let's show that line on at the point x1, x is equal to 1. This is here. And what is this point? The coordinate of the y, the y coordinate will be, that point is, it belongs to the line, tangent line, and to the graph itself. Therefore, we can find the coordinate using the quadratic function. It will be y equals 1 squared plus 3, which is 4. So now we found a point on this line. It's 1 and 4. And we know the slope of this line, and we must find the intersection point. Here, intersection point means that the x coordinate is 0, and we don't know what is y coordinate. Now, when we have 2 points, 1, 4, 0, y, and slope, we have formula for slope. M is going to be, when we have a x1, y1, b, x2, y2 points, the slope of the AB line will be y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Therefore, we are going to write m is equal to, 2 is equal to y minus 4 over 0 minus 1. Now we will write y minus 4 is equal to negative 2, y is equal to negative positive 2. So after finding y positive 2, it means that we found this coordinate. It's going to be 2 here. Now the distance between those 2 points, vertex of the parabola and the intersection with y-axis is going to be 3 minus 2, which is 1. The correct answer is 1. Number 13. In number 13, we are given 3 sets, A, B, and C. We must find number of elements in this set. Now, first of all, we will find A minus B. What is it? So we have A, elements of A, and elements of B. We should subtract elements of B from A. So in B we have 4, which is not in A. 8, it's also not in A. 9, this 9 must not be in A because we must take away the element of B from A. Now 10 is not there, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 11, 7 and 11. Now, what is A minus B? Now we must intersect this with C. With C. It's going to be the set. So what common elements they have here is it's 2, 3, 7. That's all. So 2, 3, 7. Let's write it. Now we must find the number of elements in this set. A minus B and intersection with C. It's going to be 3. So the correct answer is 3. Number 14. According to the picture below, if this ratio is equal to 1 over 3, we must find A over B. Now, in order to solve this question, we must know SOHCAHTOA. So I will write only the ones that we need. Cosine beta here is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, and we need sine beta as well. It's also adjacent over opposite over hypotenuse. Now let's write cosine beta. So what is adjacent to beta? It's b over, and hypotenuse is c, minus sine beta. This is opposite to beta, it's a and c. Then cosine alpha. Now we are talking about alpha, it's here. Adjacent to alpha is a, and hypotenuse is still c. Sine alpha is equal to opposite to opposite to alpha is b, and hypotenuse is c. Now we should subtract them. B over c minus a over c over a over c plus b over c. So let's simplify it a little bit more. B minus a over c, a plus b over c is going to be b minus a over b plus a. So now it's given that b minus a over b plus a is equal to 1/3. 1 over 3. 3 times b minus 3 times a is going to be b plus a. Now we can find the relationship between b and a. 2b is going to be 4a, and b is going to be 2b. 2a. Now we must find, let's write it here, a over b. A over b is equal to a over 2a. We replace b with a. Now it's going to be 1 over 2. The correct answer is 0.5 or 1 over 2. Number 15. In an arithmetic sequence, a5 plus a7 is 51 minus a2, and we have nth term formula here. It's given 3 plus k minus 2 times n. Now, we must find k plus d. D is common difference. To solve this question, first of all, we are given a formula. According to this formula, we will generate terms a5, a7, a2. Let's generate them. Now, a5 is going to be 3 plus k minus 2 times 5. A7 is equal to 3 plus k minus 2 times 7. And A2 is going to be 3 plus k minus 2 times 2. Let's simplify, like 3 plus 5k minus 10, that's going to be negative 7 plus 5k. This is equal to 3 plus 7k minus 14, and that's negative 11 plus 7k, and 3 plus 2k minus 4, and this is negative 1 plus 2k. Now let's substitute them into the given equation. It will be a5, which is negative 7 plus 5k plus a7, which is negative 11 plus 7k equals 51 minus negative 1 plus 2k. Now, again, we'll need to simplify. Negative 7 and negative 11 is negative 18 plus 12k is equal to 51 plus, that's 3, negative 1 plus 1 plus, plus 2 minus 2k. So let's collect like terms. It will be 14k is equal to 52 plus 18, and 14k is equal to 70, k is equal to 5. 70 divided by 14. After finding k, what can we do here? We can find d. We know the formula of d. If we have any two terms, an and ak, we should subtract them and their indices. Now, let's find a5 from that formula. A5 is going to be negative 7 plus 5 times 5 is negative 7 plus 25. That's going to be 18. And A7 is negative 11 plus 7 times 5, negative 11 plus 35, and that's 24. Now we will write D is equal to A7 minus A5 over 7 minus 5, which is equal to 24 minus 18 over 2. Now 24 minus 18 is 6 over 2, that's 3. The correct answer for D is 3. Now we must find K plus D. That's going to be 3 plus 5, it's equal to 8. The correct answer is 8. Number 16. In number 16, we are given an isosceles triangle, right angle triangle, and AC is 6 square root of 2. Now, what we need to know to solve this question? First of all, we need to know the shortcut. For this, it's better to know it. What is it? So when we have isosceles right angle triangle, we denote the legs with x, and hypotenuse is going to be x squared root of 2. The next thing that we need to know is the area of right angle triangle. Area of right angle triangle is 1/2 of the product of legs. Now, let's write, we have AC, which is 6 square root of 2. Compare with this shortcut, we will find that AB and AC, they are going to be 6 and 6. Now, the area of triangle ABC is equal to 1/2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6. That's going to be 18. The correct answer is 18. Number 17. In number 17, we see logarithm. Here, to solve this question, we need to know some formulas. For example, when we have log A, base A of B minus log base A of C, it's going to be log base A of B over C. We have the alternate formula for the addition, plus log base A of C is equal to log A B multiplied by C. And we must know that when there is no base here, it means it refers to that the log has 10 base of 10, and yeah, that's it. Right, let's write our question. L log 81 over log 18 minus log 2. Now, this is log 81 over log 18 divided by 2. It's going to be log 81 over log 9. Now, we must remember the formula. When we have log base A of B to the power of n, that n will be multiplied by log A base A of B. Right, we can write log 81 as log 9 to the power of 2, and this is log 9 to the power of 2. Oh, sorry, it's just 9. Now 2 is in front of log 9, and here's log 9. So they will be cancelled. The correct answer will be just 2. Number 18. In number 18, we see the circle and 2-second lines. Whenever we see circle and 2-second lines, we must remind the formula of 2 seconds. Now, let's say we have 2 seconds, and the outside part of the first is A, and it's B, C, and D. The formula is A multiplied by A plus B is equal to C multiplied by C plus D. Now, let's use this formula. Here we have AB 7, BM is question, DM is 8, CD is 10. So we are going to write x times x plus 7 is equal to 8 times 8 plus 10. Now, x squared plus 7x is equal to, it's 8 times 18, and x squared plus 7x is going to be 144. Let's move all the numbers on the left hand side. It will be minus 144 is equal to 0. Now, with the help of Vieta rule, we can find the roots. So x1 plus x2 is going to be negative b, and x1 multiplied by x2 is going to be just c. That's 144. Now x1 and x2, what values can they be? We know that 8 times, negative 8 times 18 is 144, but the sum is not negative 7. So let's try negative 16 by 9. That's also going to be 144, but yes, their sum is negative 7. So x1 is going to be negative 16, x2 is 9. But since we are looking for distance, it's just 9, not negative number. The correct answer is 9. Number 19. In number 19, we are given the difference of two numbers, which is 360. We must find the maximum value of the sum a plus b. Here, first let's understand what ABC under the bar means. It means that this is a number. It's a number consists of A, B, and C. So C stands in the units place, B stands in the tens place, so units, tens, and A stands on the hundreds place. Therefore, we can expand this number as 100A plus 10B plus 1C. Now, with the same way, we can write that BAC is equal to 100B plus 10A plus C. Note that all ABC are digits. What is digit? Digit means that they are the numbers from 0 till 9. So no more than 9 digits make numbers. Now let's write the expansion of the numbers in the difference. 100A plus 10B plus C minus 100B plus 10A plus C is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's expand the bracket. Let's collect the like terms. 90A plus or minus 90B, and C's will be cancelled, is equal to 360. We can divide both sides by 90. A minus B will be 4. Now we can choose number, we cannot find the exact values, but we can evaluate A and B. So if A is 8, B is going to, let's start with 9. B is going to be 5. If A is 8, B is 4. So the difference will be 4. 7, 3, 6, 2, then 5, 1, 4, and 4 cannot be because they are different letters. Different letters stands for different digits. Now we must find the maximum value of the A plus B sum. So therefore we will choose that A equals 9, B equals 5. The sum will be 14. The correct answer is 14. Number 20. In number 20, we are given ABCD trapezium. If BAC angle is equal to ADC angle and AC 12, AD 16, CD is 8, we are looking for the length of AB. Now, when we have trapezium, we must remind that we have two parallel lines because the bases of trapezium are parallel lines. When we have parallel lines and a transversal, look for the alternate angles. So these two angles are equal. Let's call them with beta. Now we have two triangles here, ABC triangle and ACD triangle. Now, are they similar? Yes, because when we have two two angles in first triangle equal to the to another two angles in the second triangle, the third angles are going to be equal. So it's going to be similar triangles. They are similar. Let's write the similarity. First let's write the names in an arranged form. So A, we start with A. Then let's write B and C. For the second, we will write D because alpha angle is in D. Then we write A and then C. After showing their similarity, we can write the ratio AB to, let's write AB to AD is equal to AC over DC is equal to BC over AC. So it's always better to arrange names accordingly. Now, after that, we can write the values of AB. So value of AB is X, AD is 16, is equal to AC is 12 over DC, which is 8, and that's BC. BC, we don't need BC actually. So X is going to be 8 in denominator, 16 times 12. So let's cancel before multiplying. It's going to be 2 times 12, which is 24. The correct answer is 24 for number 20. Question number 21 is quite a straightforward question. We must find a number that is 6 times smaller than 72. Here it's simple. We're just dividing 72 by 6. So let's divide 72 over divide by 6 is equal to in 7 we have 1 6 is going to be 7 minus 6, which is 1, and in 12 there are 2 6s, and minus 12 is 0. The correct answer is 12. Number 22. The area of cross-section of the cylinder is equal to the area of its base. What's the ratio of the total surface area of this cylinder to the area of the base? First of all, we need to understand the cross-section of the cylinder. Here, the cross-section of the cylinder is meant to be perpendicular to the base and passing through the center of the circles. And it's going to be like this. Now, we must understand that the bases are circles, and circles have obviously radii. So let's show the radius here, and another part will be radius as well, and this is height. So the area of the cross section, so let's show it as rectangle, is equal to 2 radii multiplied by height. Now it's equal to the area of base. So what is area of base? Base is circle. Now this is pi r squared. Let's write the solution for this first sentence. 2r multiplied by height is equal to pi r squared. Now we can find some relationship between r and height. We can cancel r's. Pi r is going to be 2h. After that, let's read the second sentence. What is the ratio of the total surface area? Here we need to know the formula of total surface. So total is equal to, so let's imagine that this length is going to be the, when we open this circle cylinder, there are 2 circles and 1 rectangle, and the length of the rectangle is going to be the length of the circle. So it's 2 pi r, which is the length of the circle. Here it's 2 pi r, and multiplied by height. Height is the same height. So, and we must find the area of the base. Sorry, we haven't finished with this. We have 2 circles left. So we will add this area of circles, 2 pi r squared, because we have 2 circles here. Now this is total area, and area of the base is just, we told it just now, area of the base is equal to pi r squared. We need to find the ratio of total to area of the circle. So that's question. Now using this and the formulas, we will find it. Area of total is 2 pi r multiplied by height plus 2 pi r squared. Now area of the circle is 2 pi r squared. Here we can do substitution. We know that 2h is just pi r. So instead of 2h, 2 times h, we will substitute pi r. And here we have another pi and r plus 2 pi r squared over 2 pi r squared. Now let's take pi and r squared outside the bracket in the numerator, and here's pi plus 2. Now we have 2 pi r squared, and oh sorry guys, it's not 2 pi r squared, that's just pi r squared, that's the area of the circle. Now it's going to be cancelled, and pi plus 2 is correct answer. Number 23. The set of factors of the expression, and we have two expressions basically, are denoted by A and B. Their factors are denoted by A, B. I mean, they are in the set A and B, respectively. Define these sets and show them in Venn diagram. Here's the answer of this question. If you want to give a try, just pause the video and try yourself. Now we are going to explain this question. Let's write the expression. First expression is 6a to the power of 4b minus a cubed b squared minus a squared b cubed. We must factorize it and show the factors in set A. So it's set A and B. Now, how to factorize this? First of all, what comes to our mind is taking a squared outside, a squared times b outside the bracket. They are common factors, so it's going to be 6a squared minus ab and minus b squared, so is equal to, now we have a squared b, it's a factor. Let's factorize this trinomial. To factorize this trinomial, we first multiply the first and third coefficients is going to be -6, and show -6 in such a way that the product of two numbers is -6 and the sum of two numbers is -1. So we can write -3 times 2 is -6, or -2 times 3 is -6, but we are going to choose this pair because their sum is going to be -1. Therefore, we will write 6a squared and separate ab such as 3ab plus 2ab. It's still -ab minus b squared. Now let's factorize. We have a squared b. We can group this. Here it will be 3a and 2 minus. Did I write everything correctly? Yes. 2 minus 2a minus b, alright, and plus b 2a minus b. Now equals a squared b. We have a common factor. We can take that common factor outside the bracket, and the inside is going to be 3a plus b. That's all we have done with the first expression. Now the second expression is, let me change the color. This is 10a cubed b squared. Guys, if you have understood it, just try it yourself and compare with my answer. 3a squared b cubed minus ab to the power of 4. It's going to be, we can take a b to the power of 2 outside the bracket, and this is 10a squared minus 3ab minus b squared. Now AB, we don't touch it, and inside the bracket we have trinomial. We will find multiply the first and the last coefficient, which is -10, and show -10 in such a way, in such a product that two numbers sum is -3. So it's going to be -2 and 5, or -5 and 2. So the sum must be -3. Therefore, we will take the second pair because their sum is -3. Now, we will write 10a squared minus 5ab plus 2ab minus b squared is equal to ab squared. Let's group these two terms. It's going to be 5. We can take 5a outside the bracket, and it's 2a minus b plus, and we can take b, and 2a minus b is equal to ab squared 5a plus, we can take 2a minus b outside the bracket, and 5a plus b will stay inside. Now that's all. We must show this in the Venn diagram. So the first set is A, second is B. We found for the first set. First of all, we must complete the common part. So in common part, what factors we see? We see that A is common. A, because both of them has A, B, and what else? They have 2A minus B in common. That's all. Now what is left for A is just A and 3A plus B. What is left for B is B and 5A plus B. So that's the correct answer. Number 24. If the sum of numbers on the first spinner is 6 after spinning twice, then the second will spin. Find the probability of the second spinner landing on the iron. We are looking for probability. For this, we will need the formula of probability. It's equal to the number of favorable outcomes over the number of total outcomes. Now, we are given, so first of all, let's remind that the keywords. So, and means multiplication, or means addition. If the sum of numbers on the first spin is 6 after spinning twice, so in order to get sum 6, so let's write sample space for getting sum 6. All right, so sample space, I mean all the possible outcomes. We can get 3 plus 3, so sample space is just 3 and 3. So right, it's the first probability of getting 3 is 1 over we have 1 3's and 1 over 4, and probability of getting 3 is 1 over 4. Is still 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 is going to be 1 over 16, and that's for the first spinner. And second spinner. For the second spinner, after getting 1 over 16, and I mean probability of getting 3 and 3, and we must find the probability of getting iron. Alright, now it's going to be, let's first find probability of iron. It's number of favorable outcomes over number of all possible outcomes. It's 1 over 3. Now we found 1 over 16 and multiplied by 1 over 3, that's 1 over 48. The correct answer is 1 over 48. Number 25. Find the volume of a solid which consists of rectangular and triangular prism as shown in the picture below. Here we need to find the volume of the compound 3D shape. In order to find the volume of this shape, we will look at the volume of the separate shapes. So here we will need volume of the prism formula. First of all, let's write the common formula for prism, volume of the prism. It's going to be area of the base multiplied by height of the volume. So depending on the base, base can be triangular, rectangular, and so on. So when we have triangular prism, we are going to find the area of the base with the formula 1/2 of a multiplied by, or base multiplied by height. Now, when we have rectangular area, rectangular base is going to be a multiplied by b. Now, let's look at this shape, and the volume of the total shape is going to be volume of the triangular prism and plus volume of the rectangular prism. Volume of the triangular prism is going to be area of triangle 1/2 of base multiplied by height multiplied by, and we have height of the prism. Volume of the rectangular prism is just a multiplied by b and multiplied by height. Now it's easier to find the volume of the rectangular prism here. Let's find it. Now it's AB. So as you see in the picture, AB is 12, BC is 15. So it's going to be 12 multiplied by 15 multiplied by, and height is 10. It's shown in the picture, it's 10. So let's multiply them. 12 times 15 is going to be 180, and
times 10 is 1800. Now the area of volume of the triangular prism will be 1/2 base. Here base D1C1, I mean we have triangular, is parallel to DC, and DC is parallel to AB, and AB is 12. So all of them are 12. And height of this triangle is given 4, and the height of the rectangle, so the base and height here will be B1C1. B1C1 is 15. Now let's multiply them. It's 6 times 4, 20, or let's multiply 4 by 15, which is 60 times 6 is 360. Now when we want to find the total, is going to be 1800 plus 360. So 0, 6, and 21. The correct answer is 2160.